Oh. Breathe in. It blooms within you now. Unknowable. Born from the silence. I incarnated into this human form with memory and connection to a place where we would literally sing reality into being, painting the very fabric of worlds into existence with the sound and song of our voice and our vibration. I always knew growing up that the voice was more than simply a way to communicate, but actually a way to birth the very song of our soul into form. But also, like many of you, I went through the pain and trauma of forgetting. And also, like many of you out there, I was an extremely energetically sensitive human child, very psychic and intuitive and tapped into the realms of energy, what some call a crystal child or star seed, especially coming from this very pure place that I call Aurora. And one of my deepest and most painful human traumas was as a young baby experiencing the dissonance or energetic mismatch between when people would say a word, but actually be coming from a different energetic place. For example, saying something like, I love you, but coming from a place of shame or guilt or a sense of lack of self-worth. I had never experienced something like this where I came from. And so this created a powerful sense of disconnection and separation, getting me to want to disconnect from the power and potential inherent that I knew was in my human body, so that I was less likely to actually cause destruction, and devastation, and pain to other beings. And in the same breath, this experience of retaining the purity of connection and memory of this place, along with the gifts and abilities, afforded me a very unique opportunity and perspective to be able to witness the latent power and potential inherent in these bodies, these temples as instruments of the infinite. I was able to witness their ability to potentially be weapons and weaponized, birthing nightmares and realities of pain and distortion when connected to these places of separation. And so with that, I agreed for a time to lock myself out of some of the greater depth of abilities and potentials of this temple, because I was also in those moments aware of the pain and trauma of the lineages that I was incarnating into. And so in order to safeguard the potential of misusing some of these greater abilities based on these wounds and distortions, I essentially took away my own key as a child to the potential of the nuclear weapons, or took away those key codes so that I would go through this purification and clearing process to be able to anchor in these powers and abilities from this very pure and innocent place.
Remember your magic. Remember your light.
And then many years later, on the onset of a massive Kundalini awakening high in the mountains, Trinity Mountains of Northern California, I was standing out at night looking up at the crystal clear night sky, staring out at the stars. And all of a sudden, I started to notice that I could actually hear the frequencies of the stars blinking in my pineal gland, allowing this to ebb and flow and tune in deeper. After a few nights, I started to notice that these frequencies started to translate into languages of light. My ability to reconnect with my soul and star family in beautiful new ways. As I deepened even further into this, I started to be able to see, sense, and feel greater and greater layers of the electromagnetic spectrum and this energy of sound and light merging and moving throughout all of life. So much so that I would start to lay in at night and I could actually see through my third eye the subtle influence that my thoughts were having, creating mandalas of cymatic patterns in the cerebral spinal fluid, in the liquids and fluids of my brain. I would watch the frequencies of my thoughts actually impact these subtle patterns. Why is the voice so key right now in humanity's ascension and embodiment process? Why find the voice to be the most powerful portal into the depths of our soul? Our soul's expression, that bridge and link between the light and dreams of our spirit and the body of matter in which we hold, that bridge between Mother, Father, God, that place in a world created by vibration and frequency where we can connect into that unique frequency of our soul's song and move and reverberate it through the waters and plasmas of our body and out into all of creation, bringing this harmony of this coherent, unified field into all of our temple, out into all of our life. And when we move through clearing the programming, the trauma, and conditioning, we can anchor even in deeper to the purity of our unique creative expression and soul song, truly coming into this embodiment of a temple, like a cathedral, through all of our organs and glands, expressing and coming into harmony, like a church choir coming into a harmony of a unified song and prayer and dream and dance of our life and our soul's pure creative expression here in this world. So this is one of the most potent and beautiful new ways of co-creating here on Aurora Earth now. Now I would like to offer, if it resonates from my soul to yours, light language activation, poetic transmission to help unlock a more direct expression of your voice as a portal to your soul's expression as a unique instrument of the infinite. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh. Emiare kianai hotiara shinia tokoye, saro korishinia tikareshinia mariekoye, samo koretianai shiakare kianaye. Amen. Oreyene o oyeakime akia shunoti kiara kiniata shema korakinia tia korakina yeta korashinia ara koye miaitia korashinia uye tia kare tunoye samu korashinia kiara koneshianai o tiari shinia katia ore kinia ta kiasha somi akaya tio koreshiana aka Thank you so much for receiving this frequency transmission and sharing this temple space here with me, Thomas Michael. And if you've resonated with any of this, love if you would check out thomasmichael.me. I have a free guidebook on reclaiming your soul fragments, doing that clearing and processing to unlock yourself as a greater instrument of the infinite. And I have some other really beautiful offerings as well. I would love if you would like, comment, subscribe, follow along. So grateful to have you here with me and looking forward to our next connection. Bless.